My name's Kale, guys. Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are going to be going over more Rite of the Nine weaponry, the brand new, I'd say, content in the game. But Rite of the Nine is basically just reintroducing some of the older dungeons, giving people a chance to complete them, and also doing guided versions of it. So it's really simple, guys. I'm telling you, it tells you exactly what to do. But what we're going to be looking at today is going to, of course, be one of the weapons you can get from the Spire, the Watcher dungeon, which is the long arm adept. Now, this isn't as, I'd say, uber rare as it used to be, because we've gotten other versions of this in terms of the PvP one and the Trials one. But this was like the first legendary DMT back in the day, and I will say, as an ARC version, it still is really, really nice, and it will, of course, be coming back with some brand new roles. You can see it is now adept as well. You can get adept versions of it, or you can get shiny versions if you do the quest line for it too. And you can also get shiny adepts, which is like uber rare. But the long arm itself, you'll see on the screen all the sorts of rolls you can get. So you can get some really, really nice ones. As I said, it's an arc weapon, so having things like Rolling Storm is actually really, really dope for PvE. It has recycled energy now, of course, Lone Wolf. It also has like explosive payload. It's got the redirection, which with the buff is actually a really dope ass perk. Precision Instrument is obviously great in PvP, as this is going to be a 120 RPM, meaning it goes mad far and it hits like a truck. So Precision Instrument is always nice. And of course, because it is reprised, it will have the gravity well sort of ardent trait too. And you can see the 9 symbol on it as well. As I said, the 9 symbol makes these guns look hella sick. But long arm itself, it is a really, really dope ass scout rifle. And we're just going to showcase what it's like in both some PvP and PvE. So without further ado, let's go in with the long arm adept. Alrighty, so we are going to be on the altar flames with the little long arm that could. Long arm of the law. I love the little symbol. Look at it on the left there. Oh, it's actually so clean. But the long arm itself, this is a 120 RPM scout, meaning it will hit like an absolute freaking truck. Precision Instrument is going to be on this as well, just to give me a little bit more headshot damage and everything as well. But I will say that when it comes to this sort of scout rifle, it is going to be, I wouldn't say situational, but the map is definitely going to be something you kind of need to have a good rail. Oh my god, he got railed. But the map is definitely something where it kind of plays into 120 hand cannons. It does the same amount of damage. They're basically the exact same in terms of effectiveness. So if you're going to go close quarters map, you're most likely going to go with a hand cannon. So that makes sense. But if you get the angles right, oh my god, that Jotun already hit my balls off. I'm not going to lie. But if you get the right map with this, of course, you will shred. Or if you actually kind of go onto, oh my god. Or if you actually just do the right lines of sight like this, you will absolutely delete. Like, these can absolutely slam PvP. I actually really do like them. Oh, my kill's robbed. Well, I wasn't robbed, but I didn't get the cheeky shot in. This is going to have no scoping capabilities as well. It is a Tex Mechanica weapon, so it always has that kind of in it. And I do have hipfire grip on this. I will say this is actually a really nice roll. Hipfire with precision. It's super, super nice. It means that I can actually just rail people with no scope. But yeah, it's all about the freaking angles. And is there only like 10 people in their team? Where the spawn camping at? Oh, this should be the angle. I can just hit absolute domes like this. Oh, it's so filthy. I mean, when you can hit shots with this, it's basically just like a long ass freaking Igneous. Even though Igneous and all the other 120s freaking map. Oh, buddy, come on. Ah, you went to snipe, bro. You had me at freaking one shot. What are you doing? Oh, there's the headshot though. But yeah, it's basically just like a long arm, not long arm, a long ass sort of freaking hand cannon, which is really, really dope, especially when you kind of get the no scopes going now. Oh, I thought I was on my Warlock. Oh my god, I went to Rift. But the scouts are kind of fun, as I said. When you get caught up close, you do have the no scope. And now I am on, of course, using the RDMs just to give myself a little bit more freaking, I'd say, chance when I go to no scope and everything, because it's not exactly accurate. It's not really built into it either. If I get a no-scope kill, the ardent trait comes in clutch. But before that, no, I thought I would have killed him. But before you get, of course, the ardent trait going, it's not exactly 100% accurate or anything. So that's why the RDMs are there and the fire is there to help me. But I really do like the aesthetic of Tex Machina weapons. Always have a nice aesthetic. That's basically it. So, oh, look at that guy. Oh my god, look at that range. Wait, my team's dying on the right. Yo, Jay, do you have him? But why is everyone using Jotun all of a sudden? This is like the 3rd day in a row where I'm either fighting against someone with Jotun or someone on my team is using Jotun. Did they buff it or something? Is it now cracked? Oh my god, he got absolutely sauced. Oh, not a Rifty boy. We'll get this guy. No, buddy. Yo. He's got to hop in the Rift, isn't he? Oh my god, there's so many people. Oh my god, get me out. Man, there's just, their whole team is just around this rock. Get him now, though. And oh man, if I could hit shots, I would be freaking dangerous. But I would already tell you that this isn't exactly going to be the meta anytime soon. On the long range maps, it might do some work and everything. If you get Disjunction or Dissonance or something like that, it will do work in that sense. But what right now, 120 hand cannons are just freaking cray. So that's all you're going to see. All you're going to see PvP. And the fact that these have the same time to kills, really, is the reason you're really going to see this too often. Now, obviously, for shots like that, you can't absolutely rail. But to be honest, Not gonna lie, I probably would have done that with a 120 hand cannon. Yo, why am I getting chased by all the freaking grapes in this game? What did I ever do to them? Oh, we get this guy, buddy. Oh, there's the headshots, man. When you do hit your headshots, it is so nice, though. It's super clean. But as I said, 120 hand cannons and criminals right now are just doing that much work at range that you're just not gonna really see any, really see these like shine at all now. It's gonna be like two guys who hop over this wall. Nobody, guys. Everyone's hopping over the wall and dipping. There we go. Give me that freaking kill. And you have a sniper, buddy. Come on. Jiggle. Jiggle. Don't run away once the fight gets out of your favor. I was one shot and you freaking shot. As soon as you're one shot, you just dip on my ass. That's just bad sportsmanship. I'm not going to lie. And there's the criminals. You just get deleted so fast by that thing. Oh, man. As I said, you're just not really going to see it too often unless the map is just like really long range, which makes sense. As I said, scouts have always had this issue. It's always been a thing, apart from when DMT was absolutely freaking cracked out its mind, because obviously the no-scope was insane with the dart trigger. Scouts have always had this issue, so I can only imagine. Oh, buddy. No, my God. And can this guy's freaking grapes leave me alone? Another grape. I got killed by the child. I got killed by a freaking child. Man, I got hit by the child and then the grape from the Nova bomb. This guy's grapes are everywhere. I'm getting graped. All right, I want to try to get some more no scopes kind of going though, because oh my God, another freaking grape. I'm telling you right now, man, these grapes are everywhere. But there's the no scope. Look at that, 9 freaking 2 in the head. It's so nice when you hit the no scopes. It's actually so clean. But this sort of scout, if you get this roll, I definitely give it a shot. And I will say that it's probably worth getting. It's probably worth getting a roll or two of this, especially PvE, but even for PvP, because as I said, I know hand cannons are insane right now, but there is times where maps are really scout dependent, and Jade Rabbit usually takes the Jade Rabbit's usually used before this or anything like that. But the fact that you can use like, I don't know, conditional finality or another exotic in that top slot with this is really, really nice. And you do have the PvP version of this, but that is stasis, whereas this is arc, so it just means that you can use something in that top slot. Holy good God, how many of these goddamn things does he have? I'm so dead. Good. Huh? Huh? Ready out, boys, ready out. Ready out, boys, ready out. I get them all. Don't worry, I've got some. I've got some. Oh, if I die, I'm gonna be so pissed. How the hell did I nearly die there? Oh, he had freaking heavy, I think. But I just need the one long angle. Once we get the long angles kind of going, we will start to absolutely shroud. But this map is just so wally. There's just a wall they always get around. And oh, there we go. There's a triple tap, double headshot, body shot. It actually is so nice for doing things like that. And oh my God. Of course, the Kamehameha comes in and rails me, but I do think this is still such a sweet ass scout. As I said, I just love the aesthetic of it. As Tex Mechanica weapons, they never disappoint. I've never used one and thought that this is ass or cheeks. They've always been nice, and also it does have the Tex Mechanica sort of animation now. It's not exactly fancy or anything like that, like probably Last Word and stuff like that, but I mean, it is a scout rifle. What are they gonna do? Spin it around his freaking arm? You'd have to be, oh my God, criminals. You'd have to be so freaking weightlifter to be spinning this thing around. And oh my, yo, Bungie, really? Nosferatu with the super on my spawn. That is it. And we're like one off winning as well. Oh, Bungie just threw this on us. We could have won this game easy. They're gonna cap that now and just win. Man, Bungo, you just absolutely screwed us over, not gonna lie. But I will say that this scout rifle, it is really, really sick. I mean, another freaking... Wait, what? He still had that in his hand from so long ago? Okay, Bungie threw that game on us, I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things with, of course, a little long arm to good. And this is probably where it's gonna be a little bit better. Now, I'm gonna go with my Titan. Okay. Oh my God, of course they spawn over here. But I'm gonna go with my Titan because it'll be a little bit nicer, of course, with the old ball charge and everything. But I will still say that this sort of scout in PvE, it is really, really nice, especially when you have Rolling Storm kind of going. And this is the role you kind of get from doing the quest line, which is basically just complete the dungeon in full. But you will, of course, get redirection on it with and the new Artisan trait as well. So if I do reload near some ammo, like if I just do this real quick and then reload my gun, oh, you'll see that I picked up some ammo. But so that's where it can be really cool. And as I said, especially in say high octane sort of fights in PvE and everything like that, it could be really, really handy. And you can kind of see with the redirection. Redirection is actually really solid now with the buff. So you can see you'll do so much more damage to, of course, the higher enemies when you get a high stacks and everything like that. So against this sort of guy, you can absolutely rail when you get it going. As I said, redirection, I will say, was underwhelming a little bit when it first came out. It was on all the break tech sort of weapons, but Now that it's come back and it's gotten buffed, it's actually really, really nice. Like, you can melt yellow bars with it. So I will definitely say, and oh, I don't really want to waste it on that, but especially because you can cut a no scope as well, it can be really, really saucy. Man, I'm getting blasted. Yo! Can I not freaking get frozen in 2 seconds? Thank you. A couple more of my chat just coming though, so we're gonna do this, and oh my god, the counterfeit. Maybe, actually, you know what? That gravity well perk, I'm not gonna lie, actually a counterfeit. Who would have thunk it? Because basically, if I reload near it and I don't pick it up, I know it's a freaking explosive. That's kind of cool if you think about it. It's pretty useless, I'm not gonna lie, but to like use that as an effect, but it's still kind of cool. But I will still say, yeah, of course, this sort of scout, especially because you can kind of no scope with it too. It's actually really, really fun in PvE. It's like a real gunslinger sort of weapon. It kind of feels nice, and obviously the damage is still going to be there. It's a 120. The only shot, obviously, body shot damage isn't going to be great, but as I said, when you kind of get the redirection going, and it gets higher stacks, of course, against these rates and stuff, it can be really, really saucy against the yellow bars. Like, look at that. Give me 2 tap a yellow bar. Oh, man, with a primary. But I just think in PvE, this is actually such a nice ass scout. It's just a real fancy sort of scout. Is it going to be better at PvE? I mean, as its uses, and I will say in GMs and everything, actually, it can be really, really solid for kind of sitting back with. Because obviously SMGs or autos aren't always the greatest things to be kind of going in with, because it's kind of risky. So to be able to sit back, and if there is any sorts of mods, I don't even know if there is for Scout this season. Nope. But there is like Unstop Scout was one, or Barrier Scout was another one that you have. So if there is one of them kind of going, it is nice to be able to, you know, let's throw on a scout like this and just do absolute work. As I said, this is a really, really solid one that you kind of go in with. And oh my god, guys, do we have nothing for Unstop? How do we never Unstop this guy? Well, yeah, in certain seasons, it might become really, really nice. And of course, this does have Rolling Storm, which, I mean, you can make some energy right now with of course, Titans and everything just sitting here like this for, of course, Ball Charge. But Rolling Storm can come in really handy too. If you're not a freaking Titan main, if you're not a Warlock, it's not as easy to make it. And of course, I'm not a Hunter either. So being able to kind of just sit back and get Rolling Storm going on kills is actually going to be a really, really, really freaking useful. So I think with the Rolling Storm roll, it could be actually worth getting some rolls of this. So 100% I would be saying that it's worth getting rolls of. But it's something I'll be sitting and saying you need to get this right away, because PvP, it's fun and everything, but it's a scout rifle, so it is map dependent, and then PvE, it's really, really solid, but it's more of a fun weapon than anything else, so I'd get it for fun. That's the main thing I'm trying to say. Well, that is it for me, and of course, the long arm scout rifle itself. As I said, this weapon is really, really dope. I mean, this is the shiny version. If you didn't know what it kind of looks like, I will say the shiny is clean. This is, of course, one I got from doing the quest line. There is one for the long arm, one for the air grenade launcher, of course, for this week. Next week will be a different dungeon, so there'll probably be different sorts of quests to do and stuff to do. But I will say overall, the long arm, it's still a sick-ass scout. I really do like it. And of course, the fact that you can get a no-scope as a scout rifle PvP can be really fun. I will say, obviously, that meta-wise, it's not really there. Scout rifles generally aren't there, and also 120 hand cannons are insane. So you're direct competing with something that's just way better up close and mid-range. That this is only going to be useful on big range maps compared to this hand cannon stuff. So I will say overall, long arm, really, really sick. And also PvE can be really dope with the Rolling Storm and everything. This does have dual loader and the redirection, the one you get from that quest. And redirection is dope, but I will say Rolling Storm will probably be the coolest or the sickest perk to try to get on it. As I said, coming in the next few seasons, I don't know how easy it's going to be to get Ball Charge kind of going. So Rolling Storm weapons could be absolute freaking lifesavers in certain builds. But overall, long arm, really sick ass scout. I mean, Tex Mechanica, they never freaking disappoint. And I will say overall, definitely worth getting for fun. It's one of the like coolest sort of weapons to kind of mess around with. But regardless, if you liked the video, just like, I'd do some more content, subscribe, fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.